Hello everybody, and I hope you're having a fantastic day. And in this video, I'd like to talk about the class spawn that just came out. If you're new to this channel, or perhaps are wondering if a class spawn is good or not, the class spawn is one of the best spawns in the game, and I highly recommend looking into it and what's so not. Okay, so before you actually think about spawning this completely, I want to mention though, unless you're like newer to this game, and perhaps you don't have a lot of stuff that revolves around the 30 cost, I recommend just staying away from the class spot for now until they come out with a 33 cost. If you haven't heard me say before in some of my other videos, if you could go and Google all these yourself, seriously, most of what's going to pop up in this class spawn, most of the rates, almost each and every one of these weapons that you will find in here are literally 32 and 33 cost weapons. A majority of what you will find in here is 32 and 33 cost. So you have a really high chance at getting a 32, 33 cost weapon. You have a small chance at getting that 34 cost that they have in here, because they only have one 34 cost, ironically, because they have two 35 costs in here. 134, two 35s, and then the rest are 32s and 33s. That's literally how it's playing out. So in Japan, they have a 33 cost guaranteed already, and that's been out for a couple months in Japan. So I would honestly just recommend, if you perhaps are around the 30 cost criteria already, I would just recommend waiting for the 33 cost. If you've already saved up a lot of your gems and you want to spend, good job, keep up the good work. I really don't recommend doing it, because again, I just mentioned, like, they have mainly 32s and 33 costs in here. Seriously, that's a majority of what you will find in here. They literally have, out of all those, 134, 235s, and then the rest are 33s and 32s, let me say again. So I really don't recommend it. I guarantee you, it will feel so good having so many gems. Like, if you save up for class spot and you're doing a really great job, if you haven't, that's alright. Maybe you needed some stuff and what's so not. But if you're saving up for the class spot, I guarantee you, with all those gems you saved up, just keep saving, because once you hit that class spawn button, when those 33 cost weapons come out, it's going to feel so good. Trust me, it really is. You're going to make it raid on that spawn, and it's just going to feel fantastic, at least for the most of you. I'm not going to say all of you, because I can't guarantee it. I'm not no A-team administrator that can just hack into your system and change the rates and what's not. But for the most of you that saved up, I guarantee it's going to feel so good when you're spawning that button. With all those saved gems you worked so hard to save for and what's not, it's going to feel like magnificent, fantastic. And it's probably going to come soon than later, because they have it for about 1.5 months, 2 months, if not already, in Japan. So it's eventually going to come to global, and it's probably going to come sooner than later, to be fairly honest. So I'm not going to say expect it soon, but expect it sometime in our near future, to be fairly honest, and what's so not. Anyways, moving on from there, I don't recommend the SSR rates boosted. Seriously, don't waste your time with these, whether you're free to play or pay to win. If you're looking for quick SSRs, Divine Grace does the trick. First time half off, that is. Don't do it after first time half off if you're just looking for SSRs, because they have SSRs at the highest rate. It's a 12.01% chance, literally, in the game. If you look right here, you're literally going to get an 8% rate on SSRs. Well, 8.1, my bad. But you're only going to spawn 5 times. Divine Grace, you're going to spawn 10 times. Now, this will be more orientated around getting only like the weapons of your class, or like if you spawn for these SSR rates right here, you're definitely going to be guaranteed with higher rates to get the weapon of your class, or they don't even have an armor spawn when it comes to SSR rates boosted, so that's pretty funny. But yeah, you're very likely, when you get those SSRs, it's guaranteed to be of the weapon of your class, but you're not dealing with a guaranteed 32 cost or higher. If you look right here, they actually go as low as 22 cost and what's not, and you're only spawning 5 times, so it's honestly not a good deal. I would just recommend saving up. Well, if they come out with this for the 33 class spawn, or perhaps you need, and you're new to this game, 32 cost stuff even would help you, to be fairly honest. I just recommend, instead of doing the SSR rates boosted, save your gems on like another, like if you're pay to win, another treasure spawn, a light treasure spawn, perhaps step up spawns, monster spawns. We haven't seen monster spawn in a while. We haven't seen a special spawn in a while. They might be coming soon. We haven't seen, have we seen Step Up in a while? I think so. I think we seen Step Up a couple days ago. No, it was a little before the Fire Dragon, I think. I don't know, to be fairly honest, but I don't think we have seen a Step Up in a while. All those spawns are going to be creeping in and what's not. Just don't waste your gems on something this useless that's not even really guaranteed to help you in the first place. When they're going to be coming out with spawns super soon that are pretty dang common, we all know and love, that will actually help a lot more of gear score than this, to be fairly honest. Unless you like absolutely only need weapons and you're already set on like armors or what's not. Even then I'd save it for the treasure spawn, because the treasure spawn, it's like a you spend and you're not just going to deal with the rates, you're actually going to be eventually guaranteed. Like if you keep spawning, you're eventually going to be guaranteed something when it comes to like divine race and treasure. So just save up for that, don't worry about that. Anyways, with these weapons, I want to make a little claim that I didn't really realize when I came out with these. They have an added effect. Now I know this is kind of like, well, duh, AzureWrath, they have an added effect. They've been had it a while. What I didn't realize when I was actually making the video for the first time on these weapons is I was just sort of like, I kind of like was trying to hurry up with the video and stay on schedule, so I didn't realize that at the time the added effect was a stand alone. That added effect meant it was supposed to stand alone as the ability, so it has nothing to do with the very first part of this ability. They both are used within the same weapon, but it has nothing to do with the first ability. So I feel stupid for like that and what's so not. But pretty much what I'm trying to say is these weapons are actually pretty darn good. They're not game breaking, they're not super OP or anything like that. They are pretty dang strong, and they are a really good ability, to be fairly honest. So if they come out with like any treasure spawn that offer these, I definitely recommend looking into these, unless they come out with better weapons. It's very possible for them to do that, to be fairly honest. These added effect weapons that they seem to be throwing out, most of these, not all of these, seem to have really nice abilities. But yeah, these are standalone. I didn't realize that because I'm so used to them not having like added effect, and I'm just so used to skipping that. Like I'm used to just seeing the and right here and just start seeing like, oh okay, it's part of the same complete ability. No, it's not like that at all. The and is actually part of the physical testament and what's so not physical testament. But like they throw these together, so these count as the same thing and what's so not. But like with the added effect they're doing, right? They're pretty much separating the ability, but it's going to be all these are in the same weapon, but it's pretty much separating them. So this activates on its own, this chance to do that activates on its own, and then this added effect, it looks like is what they're trying to say, is going to be a stand-alone ability. I believe there would be a chance to recover 5 costs, but the cooldown reduced time by 20 is on its own. It's not going to activate with the chance to massively increase physical damage and what's so not. I don't think that's how that works. So yes, these weapons are pretty dang good, pretty dang strong. I wish I would have realized that a while ago and what's so not. They're not game breaking, they're not, once you miss them you're out for good and what's so not like that. So you could definitely obtain these in some other time, and they're not like super OP to the point where if you missed them you really lost a lot of potential DPS and greatness. That's not that extreme, but they are pretty good and they're very handy and helpful to have, definitely going to help with damage, definitely.